Morning, welcome to Glen Clova and the Clova Extreme Duathlon. A lot of very healthy people around. I'm going to be doing this event with a friend of mine and Ollie, who's coming along. So yeah, it should be fun. This is a great event, third time I've done it. Last time was did not finish because I pulled my calf muscle. So this time, hopefully it'll be all okay. Oh, it's a stunning day. There's going to be some good views later on as well. Stunning day. Look at this. See you later.
One, go, 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 go! Okay, go, Dad! Go, Dad!
So as the name suggests, the Clova Duathlon involves road cycling and a wee run over two humps, Munros, called Mare and Riche. The bike ride basically does a figure of six, starting off at the Clova Hotel, heading down the west side of the valley, which is at this point really wacky races as lots of different people are all cycling at different speeds. The west side of the valley also is probably the harder side because it's basically a bit of a roller coaster. There's no big climbs, but it just sort of undulates with lots of ramps basically and fast flowing descent. It is an open road event, so we do have to be careful of cars, and a bus was held up while the event took place because a bus combined with this many cyclists would have been a bit of a problem. So the initial ride is 17 miles from the Clova Hotel down the west side of the valley, a very sharp turn and over the Gellert Bridge, and then returning along the east side of the valley. The east side of the valley is quite a bit flatter, but it does have a few wee climbs, but also a lot of potholes. This isn't necessarily the best road surface, and I think I passed 4 people who were busy fixing punctures. A few of them ended up with did not finish because basically the pothole stopped their ride. So we're headed along, and once you go up the east side of the valley, you get to your starting point at the Clova Hotel, followed by 3 miles up the glen, which is basically spent just sort of getting yourself ready for the transition. The transition can be done very quickly, although this day wasn't so quick. And it's also quite amusing because you can see the people who have trained on the bike and the people who trained at running but haven't actually trained on combining the two. So there's a lot of people running along looking as though they haven't done much walking or running before, and they start running along like Bambi because their legs are in bike mode, and suddenly they're faced with starting to run. Blue skies, good conditions, really good start to the day. Good transition, just waiting for Matthew. We'll be going soon. Going well so far. Got our support crew. How do? So just on the section going up into Glen Clova. We're having a nice, relaxed, easy one today. The aim of the year was Tyree. She's kind of wrapping it down finale, and also it's my birthday, so just having a nice time. This section goes up from the transition point in Glendale. We've then got a long forest road, my favourite bit of running anywhere, and then a wall, and I'll probably join you when we get into Glen Clova again. But it's not a bad place, is it? They're nice. So this is the steep bit. This is the bit that kind of turns into soon a bit of a wall. It's hard work. So you've got steepish road, forest track, followed by beautiful bit of woodland. The bit across the valley here is probably my favourite place to run anywhere. It's just so entertaining. Very steep. Up to the top of this behind me, up above that waterfall. Slog to the top of Mayer. A fantastic 5k in the sky between Mayer and Driesch. And then Kibo Hell. Kibo path's really steep, fairly big drop next to you. And yeah, absolute nightmare if you're my size. Top of Curry Fee. Nice, quite a view down. Behind me there's Matt, you can just see. It's down into the Lendall. So this is the top of the wall. I'll actually get a bit closer to the top of the wall, look down on the waterfall. This is a fantastic event in aid of the mountain rescue. Oh, look at that. I was hoping for 4 hours, that ain't gonna happen. So this is the slog. You can probably see some dots right there. They're people. Sadly, that's a false summit.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh. But we're getting there. We've got some snow behind us. So probably see just about over here. That's Loch Nagar with a bit of snow on it. And if we go around, you can see Mount Keen somewhere in the distance. There, Mount Keen. And the snow is, I can't see it. I'll shut up and carry on bimbling up this hill. We're about to get overtaken by a group of school kids, so mind you, doing it with a mate rather than doing it as a race. We're enjoying ourselves. It's actually fun. Happy birthday to me. Anyway. Hi, so this is the top of Mayer. Beautiful place. Tremendous view behind us. And the cairngorms are absolutely covered in snow. It's amazing. So we're doing it rather leisurely today, and it's nice. You can see the early monument in the distance. We've got one more on road to go, and then the horrible bit. So on the nice bit now, we're on the gentle 5k in the sky. So between Mayer and Driesch is this lovely section, which is all high up. You can just gently run along it. Yeah, we've got Blackwater Reservoir behind us. Oh, and always pointing out the nice clouds. We've just got to get up that hump ahead of us. And then it's down. Down we go. Oh, and then we've got a little bike ride. That's only 3 miles. Ollie's concerned about getting his nice new shoes dirty. Here we go. just between Little Dreesh and that's Dreesh, the high point of the day. So going to be there soon. What was going to be a mammoth run has turned into a gentle stroll, but hey. Hiya.
Hey.
But nearly there. I might plan a run to the top because I kind of feel like I should. Yeah, it's been a really nice day. A nice birthday. I'm dragging a friend up all the way from Cheshire to force him up the top of a mountain. What could be better? View that way. Beautiful day. Perfect conditions. A little bit of snow we've actually had on the top, just tiny little bit. But beautiful. That sounds like somebody's passing me. So cheers. So we're just heading down from Dreesh now.
Yeah.
That's the up done. We just got the down to go.
It's all downhill from
Yes, 50 years old. It's all downhill from here.
I'm nowhere near 50.
I'm afraid the Kilbo path is probably not the place to film. It was steep, narrow, and the drops could potentially be quite dangerous. So I decided to concentrate on putting one foot in front of the other. My teammates buggered off because they're lighter than me, quicker than me, and not scared of heights. So I did have to chase them at this point before we made the transition and got on the bikes. This event was really nice. It was a great way to spend my birthday. I would really recommend it to anybody with an interest in sort of cycling and the outdoors in Scotland. If you want to push yourself, this is the event to do it on, I think. Although, to be honest with you, it's also just so friendly. There's some people who are really quick and I have got a huge admiration for them. But for us, it was more about sort of friendship. And the same Matt I've known from primary school from the age of about 7. Was the best man at my wedding, and to have him come up and spend my 50th birthday with me doing this was really good. We made our way back along the Glen. We only had 3 miles at the end, and actually it was the bit where we were the quickest of the day. The first leg on the bike we finished, I think it was 48th out of 83, so it was quite reasonable on the bike the first leg. The mountain, my god, we were stone cold last. We took forever. But back on the bike, this section, we were actually the 24th, 25th quickest people on the last leg. Although, maybe because our legs were still quite fresh from the hill and other people would have been a bit more tired at this point. It was actually nice because we had the wind behind us blowing us along, so that made this cycle ride much better. I've done this a couple of times in the past where you were just coming along into a howling headwind at this point when you were already broken. So I headed up the Glen, and a really good thing about this event actually is it rewards people who are slow. The first people to finish, and the guy who finished first this time, was a really nice humble chap, really quite modest with it, not sort of showing off, but normally, sometimes, the people who finish first just sort of arrive back. Nobody's ready for them. They just turn up and sort of head off. They've done the job, they've got the time. But as people start getting back to the end, back to the pub, they start having a drink and hanging out on the tables outside and cheering people. So the people who finish in the middle get quite a good round of applause. Towards the end, there's even more people, and they've been sat there longer, and they've been drinking even more. So by the time people like us get in, it can be really quite a rapturous round of applause, as we'll see now.
Yeah.
Well, got my medal. Clova Duathlon done. It was a lovely day, great way to spend my birthday. And yeah, I'll be back. I want to come here and do a good time one day. First time I did it was on a mountain bike and I was bigger than I am now. I did it in 4.5. Second time I would have got under 4, but I pulled my calf. And today was just having fun, sort of doing this with a friend from primary school. So we just basically had a nice trip round, really enjoyed it. This is all to support the local mountain rescue, so I think this is just the most lovely little adventure event that you can ever do. Please book for next year if you're interested in this sort of thing. Person who won it did it in 2 hours 20. I mean, that's just obscene, but fair play to the guy. What a man. So yeah, please subscribe and thank you for watching.